It's Perspectives Weekly for October 27th, 2014. Here's what's happening in online gambling right now. We've got industry news from the UK, Sweden, and the United States. Plus, we're celebrating our 8-year anniversary. This program has been made possible with the continued support of our friends at Affiliate Republic. Yeah, raining, windy, cold. Imagine that. Howdy, y'all, and welcome to Perspectives Weekly. I'm your host, Jay Todd, and this program, the one you're watching right now, is a special edition of our show. You see, it was 8 years ago this week that I first came out here and welcomed you to Perspectives Weekly. Yeah, it's our birthday. The first episode came out just after the UIGEA had been passed. Wow, that's a long time ago. The first 3 or 4 years that I did these things, I used to do special anniversary episodes and play bloopers, and people ask me now why I don't do that anymore. Well, the short answer is that I've gotten too good at making these videos. There are no bloopers anymore because I don't screw down up. Wait, we do that again? I don't screw up. Yeah. So anyways, a lot has changed in 8 years. We now have legalized online gambling in 3 U.S. states, for example. But a lot is still the same too. Like, it still rains here in October. Another thing that stays the same is the politics and the fighting within the industry. Like the battle waging in the UK right now over the new tax that they want to implement. Gibraltar had filed a legal challenge to stop it under the premise that the whole thing was unlawful. Last week, they lost said challenge, so they did what anyone would do in their situation. They filed another challenge, this time under the premise that it interferes with free trade in the European Union. Yeah. While this was going on, New Jersey kept right on a truckin' towards legal sports betting in the state, a move which we all know is fervently opposed by the major sports leagues, the NCAA, and the U.S. Department of Justice. New Jersey was dealt a blow a few days ago when a federal judge temporarily blocked the state from moving forward with their plans. So you see, a lot has changed in 8 years, and some things just stay the same. We're coming back to discuss European news, a story on fantasy sports, and some bad luck for our old buddy, Sheldon Adelson. You ever heard the term "fool in the rain"? You know, Gibraltar is planning its second legal challenge to the new UK tax on the idea that it violates free trade laws in the EU. Interestingly, the European Commission has decided to go after Sweden for pretty much the same thing. They say that that country only grants online gambling licenses to companies based in or owned by Sweden. And that's a no-no. To make matters worse, Sweden has been warned about this in the past, but they failed to change their ways. You naughty Swedes. Meanwhile, in the United States, fantasy football season is about halfway over, and I'm proud to report that both of my teams are only 1 game below 500. Maybe two games. But Here's something interesting. The popular fantasy site DraftKings has entered into a sponsorship deal with the a sponsorship deal with the New England Patriots, while the site Hotbox made a deal with the Devils. The New Jersey Devils, that is. New Jersey ice hockey sports team, sports betting, yeah. Lastly, our old friend, and I cannot emphasize old enough, Sheldon Adelson, has given us so much material for this show that we really owe him a debt of gratitude, perhaps even a Lifetime Achievement Award. He has vowed to spend whatever it takes to stop online gambling in America. Only now, it'll be whatever it takes minus $47 million. Adelson agreed to pay $47 million to the U.S. government in order to make some money laundering charges just go away. Yeah. The charges stem from a huge player out of Mexico that came into Adelson's Venetian and Palazzo casinos and dropped millions and millions in cash, plus transferred funds to the casinos in suspicious ways, all of which should have been reported to the Department of Justice. But for some strange reason, it just sort of, slipped their minds. Well, I mean, they're people. Accidents happen. They make mistakes. So, on a final note, I simply wanted to remind Mr. Adelson that I am an influential member of the online gambling community, which you're trying to make go away. A small gift of, say, I don't know, $8–10 million in my bank account, and you'll never see my tiny white butt again, my friend. All right, so, God willing, and if Adelson doesn't come through with the cash, I'll see you all next week. Until then, my friends, play smart. And stay out of the rain.